A satisfied life is better than a successful life because our success is measured by others, but our satisfaction is measured by our own soul, mind, and heart. Hi, I'm a passionate Pan-Africanist and a patriotic Kenya that is passionate about real sustainable change and development. The Africa we want, the Kenya I want, is one where all Kenyans have an equal chance in life in regards to meeting their basic needs and living in dignity. It is undeniable that every time we talk about leadership, we invoke God. I can confidently confirm that I can hear God's voice. For you to hear God's voice too, you must turn down the world volume. You must wonder what God started talking, or when God started talking to us. God talks. He spoke when He revealed to Kenyans the kind of leaders it had, and that the leaders are not His choice. Your sense and spirit must have told you it was wrong for the Kenyan government to allow a plane full of Chinese at the early stages of the coronavirus pandemic. An unknown, new, perceived to be deadly infection or disease. You don't do that if you're a caring government. As Kenyans failed to hear God's voice, He used a journalist to uncover and bring to light about COVID billionaires. Did that make you mad? That was God giving you the message. But seems we hadn't turned the volume low enough to hear God's voice, and so He sent another clue, revealing the selfishness of bad leaders that are pushing for the BBI referendum at a cost of 14 billion Kenya shillings in the midst of a pandemic, with people, including healthcare workers, dying. How insensitive. How many more clues do Kenyans need? But there's more. Police brutality meted against majority, to politicians holding public rallies with huge gatherings, exposing vulnerable people. I could go on and on. Politicians are not the villains we deserve. They are the villains we want. It's about time that we started thinking about our interests as Kenyans. We have to start making informed decisions for the future of our nation. Recycling old, tired, tried leaders that have historically failed and repeatedly lied to people publicly. Remember, in 6 months' time, the stadium in Kamarin in West Pokot, which is historic, will be complete. What a lie. In full glare of cameras. Shame on them. Leaders that drive selfish agenda, acquire wealth through questionable means. It is sad. In a country where majority of citizens have received formal education, in a country that boasts of experts, and actually, it is at those kind of moments that one learns that not one of the greatest or one of the greatest challenges faced by Kenyans is that experts are knowing enough about a subject to think that they are right, but at the same time not enough about the same subject to know they are wrong. Our experts thus become an impediment to meaningful change in Kenya, and it is sad because the people with power have no vision, and the people with a vision have no power. And then the youth are our promise that they are the leaders of tomorrow, that they are the future leaders. But the future leaders are already known by the systems. The system has crafted and laid easy pathways for the systemic future leaders. We cannot become future leaders if we do not do things differently, until we consider actions that would be considered or misconstrued as mad or crazy or illogical. Until then, it will be business as usual, with us complaining every 5 years. You are not future leaders. Isn't the future here yet? How old are you? What are you waiting for? The future arrived way back. Your children are growing up. The future has come. And, systemic future leaders are the ones having the machinery to protect them. And it's very sad that machinery that is protecting the systemic future leaders is part and parcel of us, our own brothers, relatives, friends that are just as poor, that have their relatives in just about the same state as majority of Kenyans. We want a Kenya where everyone can meet their basic need with dignity. But until we make radical changes, we will bring Moi's prophecy of Kanu shall rule for the next 100 years to reality. Because these are the faces of your future leaders, and you can take that to the bank if you do not take your ballot paper and put it in the right ballot box at the right time for the right visionary change agent and leader. Your voter's card holds the key to the Kenya we want. Listen to God and make the change happen in 2022. President Nelson Mandela once said, "It seems impossible until it is done." God bless Africa. God bless Kenya.